Little Flix here, and welcome to this episode. I was really kind of actually dreading getting this one all edited and everything because of the technical difficulties that I have previously warned you guys in the last video reaction. So I'll quickly explain what happened. The way that I used to record was, because I have a Logitech webcam, I was using the Logic Capture and then using the display capture only on OBS. So in editing, I actually was syncing up the visual to my webcam. And the microphone was run through the webcam, and usually in Logic Capture, I muted the desktop audio. But what happened was I actually needed to do an update. It updated, and I didn't realize with the update, it literally reset all my settings. So I didn't realize when I was recording the whole episode that the Logic Capture program was capturing the desktop audio the entire time. So my intro to the video was completely ruined because it was the menu's music blurting through it. I have no idea what I said. I didn't even bother listening to it. So sorry that you kind of missed out on my predictions of what I thought the episode was going to be about. But what I can tell from a comment that I made is what I wanted to see in this episode was more Coulson-centric information about the carving, since it was really just teased throughout the previous episodes, as well as seeing Ward. And yes, we got that. So I was really happy with this episode. The intro and everything is still the same, so I'll leave my discussion everything about that for the end. I just wanted to let you know there's a couple things. In the very beginning, there is something where I was talking, but it was so over-drowned I couldn't really keep it because it was like a long spiel. So I've written it down, and I'm just going to do a voiceover for those ones, so that's going to be a little different. And there's also times when I think the audio was quite loud, so what I've done is done some subtitles, and things where I didn't know what the hell I was saying, I've just done a bunch of question marks, so sorry about that. So basically what I did with the edit is I used the OBS capture for the audio, and every time I spoke, I've used the Logic Capture audio, because that's where the audio was coming from, where I was speaking. So you will notice a bit of like unbalance here and there with some of the audio tracks going from a better recorded version to my shitty recorded version. But I think it actually worked out better than I was expecting. So I'm not actually as mad as I was previously to this, because I was fuming. There's a whole tweet and everything there. But this was when lovely Chosen One Reactions, you know, really helped me out and sent me a really great video to help set up OBS. It took me a couple of episodes to get that going, because I think I watched a couple back to back. But in the next, I think by episode 11, it's the new version with OBS. So we won't have this problem anymore. It's going to be great. But I do think there's probably a contrast issue, but we'll get there. But until then, enjoy this. Sorry that's a little bit different. I will say my farewells. Hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next reaction when it's not going to be like this. Enjoy.
What's Burning Man?
Oh.
This is the guy, isn't it?
Are you sure you're not?
Yes.
Baltimore, born and raised.
I feel like you're gonna die. He's gonna kill you.
I haven't been entirely honest with you. We have met before.
Time to die.
And I've traveled a long way to be with you. I'll help you remember.
What I was basically saying here is that she's dead now, and that it's super interesting that there's more people out there that have the drug in their system, and someone else knows about the carvings and the symbols.
What's keeping you up?
It's all connected.
Maybe that she's an alien?
Everything. And if it's a map to nowhere.
But that's
Need you to
our
stick with it.
system. There he is. It's nice to see him out and about again, in a way. Oh well, that makes more sense. Every spy is meant to have one of those, aren't they?
Say the word and I can end this.
It's not going to be that easy though, is it? I mean, you can't just be over. Oh. He knows it there. He's smart. Say what you want about him, but he's
on the
smart.
move.
Do not engage. He's not bluffing. Keep an eye in the sky, man.
He came across something. The writing, but not exactly how we wanted to see it.
In her body. Or her head. Oh, no, it's on her back too, by the looks of it.
She's a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
No, she's an art teacher from Iowa. I have her full bio.
I'm not wrong. You check it out.
Was she given this drug and she forgot her identity and she's always just thought she was an art teacher? She's been writing on her
Nothing
wall.
in common at all.
Paintings. Why is there so many people that do this now? What is happening? A magical place. Oh god. No! Oh gosh.
There's a lot of overlap.
Like I told my man here, you want something in life, you gotta grab it and walk out like you own it.
I love that.
Is that all it takes? Would anyone like to leave before we get started?
Everyone.
We'll stay out of your way.
It's a long trip. There's plenty of time for everything.
She's
Why do you say
good.
that?
Because you were on page 117 when you were waiting outside? And you're still on page 117? Oh, you're working for Coulson.
Boom.
Who?
I am impressed. You told him I said that. I almost missed you. I'm sure they told you about this. Or say anything. Everyone in this bus will be flying. So,
Whew.
just keep reading your book.
You're right, May. It's good. Very good.
He
Hunter,
is.
you're in position. He's all yours.
Copy that, Darwin. Happy to oblige.
The cuts were all quite deep, but
Sorry, I have to pause it for a minute. That is so funny. He did that so well. I was expecting him just to say his normal, with his normal English accent. Actually, I don't know if the actor is English, but the character's English, so let's just say that. And then I noticed it's dressed like a cowboy kind of thing, and then he just started to do the Southern, so it's so funny. He did it so well. All right, Ward is very, very good. Very good. This is really interesting. Let's go.
oh no. Just as I suspected.
GH325.
She had GH325 in her blood.
A Tahiti patient.
Whoever killed her also had GH325 in their blood. Have either of you been experiencing a compulsion to write or carve?
We're fine. But somewhere out there is a Tahiti patient who may be targeting all the others. You're gonna have to torture it out of me.
Oh no! Get lost! Not that again.
If going back in this machine saves even one life, then it's worth the risk.
Oh, Coulson, you're such a good man.
Not memories. The machine helps him find them.
Mac, I need you close just in case.
In case.
In case he's...
Pause! I just had a little thing with Fitz saying that line. Is he gonna jump into that machine to kind of get back the things he's lost in his mind? I reckon that might be a thing, maybe. If not, then theory, and if it comes true, how good am I? Oh, let's go. Well, I didn't like this last time. Hello.
Terrific.
Oh,
I've never
this
felt
is-
better.
Oh, this is when he was
Do you remember
in
how you got
charge.
here?
Right.
I volunteered.
I can't believe this actually worked.
I feel great. It's a new day.
So
How long are you keeping me here?
there we go.
6 patients.
That's what we want.
This is...
That's a really cool effect. It's a really cool effect.
How long are you gonna keep me here with these lunatics, Coulson?
Vital signs elevated.
You man.
The host's genetic material may be implanting its own genetic memories onto theirs, creating the psychic schism.
Ah!
We would completely wipe away all their memories.
Erase their minds?
So it's like, that makes sense, I guess, because you're injecting DNA into DNA, and it's kind of like if you inject, you know, someone else's white blood cells into your body, they fight each other. So it seems that's kind of happening, but it's manifesting through memories. And that is the memories of this alien, the host, that's been, you know, on this earth for thousands of years apparently, before even the pyramids. So that's really interesting. So what's it trying to tell them? Where's it trying to lead them? Maybe back to where something is on Earth, that when they were here? Maybe to their homeland. And I guess the reason why they didn't, well, Fury didn't want to take everything away from Coulson was because he valued him so much as a friend and as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. So they just took away the bad memories of this place, but didn't take away his whole identity, where they did for these ones. But it seems like that guy who, don't know his name yet, but the one who's carving everyone up, I think it's, he didn't have the same reaction kind of thing. So didn't have his memories wiped maybe, but now it's making him crazy like Garrett. because he's been aware of it this whole time. Maybe. We'll see.
Hey, we have a problem.
Yep, you do. He's meeting up with them.
Grant Ward.
He's trying to get Sky's dad, right?
Don't do this to me, Coulson. I need to know.
No,
I need to know. It wants me to know. I need to know. It wants me to know. I need to know.
We have a ward situation that's about to get really bad for
We have
all
a
of
Coulson
us.
situation.
Coulson went into the memory machine.
What? Lock him up and keep him under observation until I get back.
That won't be necessary.
Excuse you. May's not going to be happy.
Brains never delete files, they just lose connections. But there's always a backup.
In the machine.
Just a matter of digging and finding them.
He's going in.
That's good. Because I need to pick your brain.
What are you doing?
Get them. Try
Also,
to remember.
you're freaking him out.
I need to know what this means. Look, I've told you both. You've got the wrong guy.
Both? Someone got here before me?
Oh. Sorry, it scared me a bit.
Do you remember me, Coulson?
Yep.
I came for you first, Coulson. But you were already dead. Yet here you are. Why is that?
Wonder why. Use your brain.
It has to be deep.
It's not two-dimensional.
No.
There you go.
The answer isn't on the surface.
What, does he have alien blood too? Can you imagine that?
You want pain?
I'll give you pain.
Come and get some.
Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's a better line.
The answer's right here, Derek. All you have to do is look. All you have to do is look.
Can we have a look at it from this view at least?
As a blueprint. It's a city.
Where?
I know who I am. I'm Hank Thompson. Kid I adore, and every day I wake up happy. Can't imagine I was happy being a spy. If you ever need any welding, you know where to find me.
Thanks.
Always networking.
The compulsion's gone.
Hey, for now though.
The bad news, Hydra's trying to solve the same puzzle, and they have more resources. Find it before anyone else.
Oh, so you know easy stuff. I want this to just be a funny end. Oh, it's okay. It's Ward. Shaving off the beard. I kind of like it with the beard though. It suits him. Oh, and the hair's going through. I wonder if he was happy to do that. It looks so different without like the length a little bit.
Hail Hydra.
Hey, Sky.
Where are you?
I'll be sending a few other gifts your way now and then.
Like a cat bringing in dead birds? No thanks.
Just trying to be helpful. Coulson could do better. Then again, I am hard to replace.
How about you tell me where you are and we can talk about it?
But I'll be seeing you soon. I promise.
Oh, he's going after his brother. Alright then. Cool, so... Cool. I really enjoyed that episode. I really liked seeing... I was really happy that we got to see Ward's side and that it wasn't just like left out like I thought it might have been. But I'm really happy that we saw that, and I really liked the ending. Even though I said at the beginning, I want this to be a funny one, and I'm just thinking of like the pranks one from season 1. That was just a hilarious one at the end. But that was good. That's good. So I don't know if we'll see Ward at all next episode. I feel like he'll be out doing his thing for an episode or maybe 2, maybe not 2, but an episode, and we'll see him again in episode 9 because this was 7. And he's going after his brother, it seems, so we'll finally get to know who's telling the truth or not. Well, you guys know, but I'll finally get to know. Very interesting to finally get some more information about the whole Tahini project, and also now we know it's a city. So what's the city, you know, why was that alien hell-bent on getting there, and what does it mean? Will be very interesting to find out. Like, I haven't even got a clue at all about that. And I didn't even realize or even think for a second that the reason why they were having these compulsions and memories to write the symbols for the blueprint was because like the alien DNA was taking over. had no clue. Like, I didn't even think about that. So that was really cool. And once I said, I'm like, oh, right, that makes sense. So that was really cool. I really liked as well when Coulson went to the memory thing. I don't know what it's called. Memory drive. Memory tube. The effect they used. I'm not sure how they did it. It kind of looked like it was wobbling like this in places and not other places. I feel like at times it probably was 2 images put over each other, and they just kind of sectioned it out with the people, and then it would have been another effect on top of it, like a filter kind of doing that or something. It'd be really interesting to actually know how they did that. If anyone knows, let me know below, because that's just a guess, and I'm not great with effects, so probably you're wrong. But I really liked it. That was really cool. Didn't really see much of May in this, so I'm expecting she'll be more of a main character in the next one. But it's very interesting that we see how good Grant actually is out in the field and just picks up people straight away. That was really cool. And Fitz, I think I thought when he was telling him the first time he mentioned something about the memories of Coulson, he was thinking like, oh, maybe I could do that with myself. But then he was talking to, I don't know if it's Mac. I'll call him Mac until now because I still don't know, so I'm sorry if it's wrong. He was, when they were playing the video game, he was saying things even more, and I felt like, oh, that's what he's thinking of. But then he said something to Fitz that made him like kind of like a light bulb moment before they were interrupted by Sky being locked up. So I definitely feel like that's something that's going to play out in the future. Fitz is, determination to get his mind back to what it was. And I don't know, I think he just wants it for himself, which is fair, because something was taken from him. And if you had the means to get back your mind, which was the most important thing to you and your work, you kind of would want to. But I don't know if part of it is also motivated by the fact if he's back to normal, he thinks Simmons will love him and he'll get her. I don't know if that's really it. It might be a little factor, but I think mainly it's because he wants it for himself, because, he values his mind. Yeah, we'll see. So far, Simmons seems a little pissy at Mac because of the friendship he has formed with Fitz and how she can't have that same shorthand anymore that they have developed together, and how she lost it with him. And Mac also doesn't like the fact that Coulson was losing it a bit, and it looks like he still doesn't trust him by the end speech there, and how he was saying about, like, can you imagine the director being part alien? Whoa, to Sky, who's part alien. So, well, we don't know for a fact, but the fact that she was an 084 and her dad, knowing what that artifact does, or helps him keep alive or something, I don't know what it does for him. It'd be interesting. I'm expecting next episode to be about them finding out the connection with Whitehall and Red Skull in the 40s. I think it's Red Skull. Hugo Weaving. So, yes. I do actually... Here's the thing. I did say recently that I'll be watching season 2 onwards on DVDs, which I have been, and that the thumbnails won't really ruin things for me. And most of the time, sure, the thumbnails might not ruin it as much as the thumbnails that like Netflix and stuff or Disney Plus decide to add on for the episode. But the next episode, I do know we do go back in time and we see Agent Carter because it's her face for the thumbnail. So yeah, that is probably a little bit me thinking that is because I probably know it's going to happen. But whether they make the connection of Whitehall now or later, that's to be seen. Maybe we're just going back to get more information for the audience rather than the characters. But hopefully the thumbnails that they choose for the rest aren't as annoying like that, and we'll just go with it. All right, I think I'm just going to leave this one here. I think I might watch the next episode just because I'm feeling the S.H.I.E.L.D. today. So thank you all so much for watching, and if you haven't, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the rest of the series reaction, and you can also check out some of my other content. Thank you all so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!